Developing this morning, a mother and two young girls identified as victims in the New Lisbon triple homicide. This morning, the manhunt intensifies for the suspect. If you're still looking for a New Year's resolution, doctors say picking up a paintbrush could be the healthy change you need. We'll have more on the benefits later in the newscast.
Plus, northwest winds bringing the chill as we go into today and past the midnight tonight. I'll have more about that coming up for you in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now this morning.
Good morning, I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Friday, January 3rd, 2025. A cold Friday in January, right? What can we expect?
Well, you know, it's typically full what we go through in January. And of course, it's also very dry out there. These colder winds are going to stay with us as we go through the next several days, possibly into next week and beyond. We're also holding on to temperatures that are going to be, well, a little bit on the colder side too for our highs today. As we get into it, we'll see the breezy and gusty winds lingering up to about 27 miles per hour today. You're seeing local temperatures right now in the teens, holding on from 10 to about 15 degrees out there. What it feels like out there, though, from what I just showed you, -4 to -7 in Eau Claire, -3 in La Crosse, and of course -2 as you get into areas by Decorah. Now I know that's not a lot. I've been through a 14 or -14 degree wind chill here, and I'll just leave it at that right there. It was cold. As we get into it, holding on to 22 degrees, getting into Eau Claire for the winds, and 28 is over in Marshfield. Now, as we finish out most of the morning hours, take a look. You're seeing partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies, and that will go through the better part of your day. Maybe even some clearing as we finish out. A lot of that moisture continues to come in from the northwest, and this is from yesterday going into this early morning, and that continues to drag right across the area down to the south. It kind of missed us, but we still have some residual moisture from yesterday kind of flipping back on us and giving us a little bit of light snow that was tracking off of the eastern portion of Wisconsin and causing some lake effect snow, as you see there. That being said, we finish out. It continues to linger all the way into the night tonight and into Saturday, still kind of lingering up there, but we're not expecting a lot, maybe a dusting if that at all. We'll carry out for today. You're looking at highs from 11 to about 19 degrees out there today under partly cloudy skies and those gusty winds. I'll have more for you coming up in just a moment, so please stick around.
Thank you, Art. The search for a murder suspect intensifies as police identify 3 victims in the New Lisbon triple homicide. 33-year-old Elizabeth Kolba and 2 young girls, ages 12 and 13, were found dead Monday in a West Bridge Street home. Investigators intensifying their search for this man, 47-year-old Virgil Thu. Surveillance cameras captured Thu at the New Lisbon Dollar General Sunday, where investigators say he had contact with one of those juvenile victims. Law enforcement says Thu should be considered dangerous. If you see him, don't approach him and contact law enforcement immediately. This morning, we are also getting a clearer picture of the moments surrounding Wednesday morning's deadly attack in New Orleans. Authorities have now clarified 14 people were killed, dozens others injured, when a man drove a truck into throngs of people on Bourbon Street. The attacker was also killed. Bourbon Street reopened yesterday, and as CBS News' Katie Weiss reports, residents and visitors there say they won't live in fear.
Crowds returned to Bourbon Street Thursday, along with extra police presence.
We're not going to be scared or terrorized.
Authorities now say the man who rammed a truck through crowds celebrating the new year early Wednesday acted alone.
We're confident at this point that there is no accomplices.
The FBI says Shamsuddin Jabbar rented an electric truck on Monday in Houston, Texas, where he lived, and drove to New Orleans on Tuesday evening. After midnight on the morning of the attack, he placed 2 improvised explosive devices in coolers in the French Quarter. He posted a final online video proclaiming support for ISIS just minutes before he plowed into the crowd on Bourbon Street.
I'm devastated.
CBS spoke with the attacker's brother.
Still find it hard to believe that this is actually happening.
But it did happen, and now 14 families are mourning the loss of lives cut tragically short.
Like 27-year-old mom Nicole Perez.
She worked so hard. She had a lot of dreams.
Yesterday, the postponed Sugar Bowl was played at the Superdome after a moment of silence for the victims.
The 2 officers wounded in the gunfight have been released from the hospital, and the FBI continues to investigate how the attacker became radicalized, also urging anyone with information to come forward. Authorities have also identified the person in the Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside Trump International Hotel. Investigators say 37-year-old Army soldier Matthew Leivelsberger died from a self-inflicted gunshot just before the blast that injured 7 others. Leivelsberger was an Army Special Operations Command soldier on approved leave. While he and Jabbar may have served at the same base, investigators say the two incidents are not connected.
Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg.
The FBI said they searched Leivelsberger's home in Colorado yesterday. It's unclear if they found anything there. 2 people are dead, 15 others injured after a plane crashed into an Orange County furniture warehouse. Security cameras captured the crash, which happened just after 4 yesterday evening. The pilot had radioed for an emergency return to the airport shortly after takeoff. The 2 people killed were on board the aircraft. Workers were inside the warehouse at the time of the crash.
All we hear is like a loud voice, boom, and that's it. Then we start running out. But some of our employees got burned, and I think they send them to the ambulance.
The FAA and NTSB are investigating. A Wisconsin preschooler is dead after a tragic school bus incident in Sussex. Police there say the 4-year-old student was transferring to a shuttle bus headed for Willow Springs Learning Center when it happened yesterday morning. Investigators now working to determine the cause of the tragedy. A New Year's Day high-speed pursuit ends with the OWI arrest of a Black River Falls man. Deputies responding to reports of an erratic driver on Highway 12. The chase ended in a wooded area where the driver, identified as 49-year-old Wayne Withers, crashed his vehicle. Withers was hospitalized but is okay. Now he's facing charges of OWI and evading arrest. A Wenatchee County Sheriff's Office employee now facing criminal charges of his own. Mackenzie Kreiner accused of using the department's tax-exempt account to make personal purchases. Investigators say he admitted to that theft. He's now charged with theft and tax evasion. A rash of break-ins on La Crosse's south side has some residents on edge and taking to social media. Over the holidays, residents shared on social media their homes, cars, and businesses were broken into. People say their personal belongings were stolen, even their Christmas presents.
They said that there were also a string of break-ins that some other police officers were attending to that day, and there was one actually just kind of down the block, and although my car was unlocked and I had things in there, that's not an invitation to take it and to break in.
She says she has not received updates from the police yet, but she is hoping to hear back soon. We also reached out to police and are also waiting to hear back. La Crosse leaders are asking for help with the city's homeless crisis. The council voting yesterday in favor of a resolution seeking state and federal funding for mental health, addiction treatment, and affordable housing. Councilman Chris Woodard says his proposal aims to reduce the financial burden on local communities. The full Common Council will make the vote final next week. And the House voting today to elect a speaker for the new Congress. If Congressman Mike Johnson keeps his gavel, he will have the narrowest House majority in nearly a century. Republicans won 220 House seats, while Democrats won 215 in the November election. But 2 GOP lawmakers are expected to join the Trump administration, and GOP Representative Matt Gaetz is not planning to return to Congress. These tight margins might make it difficult for GOP leaders to enact Donald Trump's plans for the country. La Crosse fire departments are celebrating a safer holiday season. The area's Keep the Wreath Green campaign ended with just 2 red bulbs. That marks only 2 fires between Thanksgiving and New Year's. That is 2 fewer than last holiday season. Assigned fire officials say the fire safety message is working. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, a major ruling that could change how you stream content online. Meta losing its top policy chief, and retail stores see a dramatic spike in closures for 2024. And a new state regulation requiring insurance companies to offer coverage to more homeowners in wildfire-prone areas has critics concerned. We'll tell you why. Before we go, a golden moment for an American champion. Simone Biles is Sports Illustrated 2024 Athlete of the Year. The gymnast reclaiming her spot as the world's best, becoming the most decorated gymnast in history with 30 World Championship medals and 11 Olympic medals. But it is her courage off the mat that truly sets her apart. The magazine honoring Biles for sparking a national conversation about mental health in sports. She'll receive the award next week in Las Vegas. And as you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the city that invented the Cracker Jack. That, if you can't tell, is Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is coming right up.
Time is running out on southern Minnesota's biggest and best furniture sale, the huge New Year sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's everything you've asked for, like 24-month special financing, store-wide sale prices, and free gas just for shopping. At Drury's, you'll save on the area's finest selection of quality brands like Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Daniels Amish, all at incredible savings. The New Year sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, but you'll have to hurry. It all ends Monday at 8.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one? You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage.
What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this.
I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Our hearing connects us with people, and when that bridge is broken, our job is to help people with that hearing loss and reconnect them back with their lives again. We really feel that better hearing is a better life.
Happy holidays from everyone at Better Hearing Center.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
All right, well, good morning to you as we get off today here, going out for your workplace today. You're looking at breezy and gusty winds out of the northwest. You're seeing the local temperatures right now, but you're seeing we're also cold and dry out there. As we continue out, you see a little bit of that rain, snow kind of moving off of the eastern portion heading into Lake Michigan for us today. Current dew points out there, man, it is dry out there. Not as dry as a bone, but it's pretty dry. 4 degrees out there for Eau Claire and Ladysmith. You're also looking at conditions to be like this for the winds to be a little bit breezy today, up to 18 miles per hour in some cases, so we're considered breezy now. We'll also see the highest wind gusts. You can see up to 22 to 25 to 28 miles per hour for today thus far already. Current temperatures out there 10 to at least 15 degrees. La Crosse is 12 degrees right now. We'll go right into it. It feels like it's -7 though over in Eau Claire, -3. That's how it feels out there in La Crosse right outside right now. And the Prairie du Chien feels about -3 out there. We'll go to the visibility, which is not an issue now. Marshfield was the only one that was having some trouble, down to 6 miles of visibility. Still, patchy fog, nothing big. We'll see it now as tracked over to Wisconsin Rapids out of the area. How about this though? Wind gusts as we finish out, you're looking up to again from 9 o'clock up to about 25, 26 miles per hour in some cases, carrying over into 1 o'clock. Pretty much doing up to 27 to 29 miles per hour out there. Okay, La Crosse, well, you've got the sunshine pretty much for the better part of the day. We may even see some clearing working to the forecast. Eau Claire, pretty much the same as well. Temperatures from 9 degrees all the way up to 13 degrees from this morning at 8 o'clock all the way into the noon hour. Have a great day. Be safe out there and have some fun.
In your consumer news, a federal appeals court killed net neutrality yesterday. It is the end of a fight that has spanned nearly 2 decades. The decision means internet providers can now legally control how fast you access certain websites and streaming services. Providers could slow down competitors' content or charge companies extra for faster service. The rules haven't been enforced since the Trump administration. Potentially big changes are afoot at Meta. The social media company's top policy executive is stepping down. In recent years, with social media under scrutiny, the public affairs chief has become one of the most important jobs at Meta. His replacement will be his second in command, Joel Kaplan, who once served as former President George W. Bush's deputy chief of staff. 2024 was a bad year for major U.S. retailers as more than 7,300 stores closed. That is an increase of 57% from just the year before. It's also the highest annual number of stores closed since 2020 when the pandemic led to mass disruption of businesses. Major retailers were hurt by the highest inflation in 40 years. A new state regulation in California will require insurance companies to offer coverage to more homeowners in wildfire-prone areas. Sounds good, right? Well, Nicole Comstock talked to some critics who say it'll actually cost homeowners much more.
There's one thing about living in Southern California. The cost of homeownership keeps on creeping up. So does the cost of homeowners insurance.
Keeps going up. Keeps going up.
Particularly in foothill communities that pose a high risk of wildfires. Monday, Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara issued a historic regulation. It requires insurers here, for the first time ever, to write more homeowners insurance policies in those fire-prone areas. 5% more policies per year. But some say it will cost other homeowners 40 to 50% more in insurance premiums.
This was a proposal drafted by a insurance company lobbyist behind closed doors where there's no opportunity for public comment. It's just an outrageous abuse of the public trust.
Jamie Cord is the president of Consumer Watchdog. He says California insurance companies will now be able to add the cost of reinsurance, which is essentially a transfer of risk onto those policies. And that will make prices more volatile.
But at some point, when you charge so much, people cannot afford it. And that's what the insurance industry is counting on.
But Commissioner Lara paints a different picture in a written statement saying, in part, with input from thousands of residents throughout California, this reform balance is protecting consumers with the need to strengthen our market against climate risk. Homeowners we spoke with had their reservations.
Tough pill to swallow, and there's got to be more of a leveling out where you don't have to share in all that cost.
It sounds like a lot of smart people came up with a very Byzantine insurance program.
Gerard Pacificar says at this rate, the hope of ever owning a home is dwindling.
Not to be bleak about it, but I've just given up on the idea. Yeah, it's rent forever. As long as I'm in California. Yeah. I hear there's hope in other states.
The Office of Administrative Law can allow it to become a law in 30 days or less. Consumer Watchdog expects it will and says they'll take it to court to fight it. That's a look at your consumer news. Let's send it over to Art now for a look at our forecast.
All right, back into it here. We'll put this up again. You're looking at cold conditions expected for today. We'll carry over with the jet stream kind of coming out of the northwest, and that continues to drive in that colder air out of Canada, and that continues to drop on top of us, and that'll carry over into the next week as well. We're looking at a slight wind chill out out there right now. I call it slight because it's only down to about maybe -8 in some cases. But look at the wind gusts as we go through the day. I started you just a little while ago at going up to 1 o'clock. Now I'm going to take you all the way through it here. You're looking at the forecast overview here. Also, the possibility of a little bit of snow trying to get into the air. It's about a 20% chance. You'll see this kind of continue to bump up a little bit, kind of brushes us off once we get into Monday, kind of slightly right there, and then carries over to Tuesday with a slight breeze coming off of the east here for us here, moving over to Lake Michigan and causing a lake effect snow there. More snow comes back again for Tuesday up to the northeast, and that continues to linger there for just a bit, causing more lake effect snow working across there. Now, as far as we're concerned here, another system tries to get through by Wednesday, tries to go through Minnesota, and then kind of skirts a little bit to the west of Mississippi River here. Then we get into Thursday into Friday, and this starts to move into our forecast, and it may stick around all the way into Friday as well, where you see that continues to kind of looks like it's going away, but it also comes back again as we roll right into the 11 o'clock hour at night for Friday. That being said, we're not looking at a lot of rainfall or snow for that matter into the forecast. It's just a minor dusting up to the north there, continuing on, and as we carry that over all the way into Sunday night, going into Monday, just around the 1 o'clock hour, it looks like it's slowly but surely subsiding. We open up the skies later on as we go through the morning hours and into the afternoon. You're seeing at least partly cloudy skies for the day. 10 o'clock rolls around. We're looking at mostly the teens. That carries over into the noon hour as well. By the time we get into Friday, at 3 o'clock, 20 degrees for basketball. That's the warmest temperature for the day. 18 for lacrosse. That's your high. 15 for Eau Claire. We'll also look at teens coming right back again as we go in the 6 o'clock hour with breezing, gusty winds continuing to maintain across the area as we go through the 9 o'clock hour and into the midnight hour as well. Now, this also goes for the day. Colder. We've got the gusty winds all day. You've seen that -7, -8, possibly to 0 degrees. We'll also see -4 to at least -2 as we get into the afternoon. You've seen that too. That colder air, as I mentioned, sticks around till next week. 11 degrees to about 19 to 20 degrees for your high today under partly cloudy skies. Colder conditions as we go through the weekend. Saturday for lacrosse, 16 degrees, 18 as you go into Sunday. And of course, as you're looking at 21 degrees there for Monday with mostly cloudy skies, we'll also see again that carrying over of that 20% chance of snowfall right into Monday and possibly sneaking around till Tuesday as well, but not a lot on the ground. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. Still ahead, why doctors say picking up a paintbrush or knitting needles could be your healthiest new hobby. Coming up.
Coming up next in the Blitz, a couple of 8th-ranked teams in their respective divisions do battle in non-conference play, plus the Badgers preparing for tonight's matchup with Iowa.
Celebrate 2025 during Home Furniture's New Year's sale. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices like this queen bedroom suite for just $8.99 and this table and bar stools for $15.99. Start the new year in style during the New Year's sale at Home Furniture.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including king crab legs, lobster tail, shrimp, cod, calamari, alligator, salmon fillets, smelt, and frog legs. Choose from our large selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to complete your restaurant-style dinner prepared at home. Your dinner isn't complete without something from the Jolivet Homemade Bakery. Don't forget a bottle of Door County wine to complete your stay-at-home night out at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
It's the Tempur-Pedic New Year sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, plus a $300 home shopping card with free white glove delivery and pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic New Year sale at Home Sleep Express.
The Blitz. Well, the city of Onalaska has certainly boasted a talented duo of boys basketball teams so far this season. Luther unbeaten entering last night ranked 8th in the latest D4 rankings, and the Hilltoppers just 2 losses and also tabbed 8th best in Division II. Good opportunity for a statement win last night for one of these 2 squads. The Toppers look determined to hand the Knights their first loss of the season. Brendan Chenault with the tough take right there. Then not much later, it's Jack Smith with the thievery. We are cleared for takeoff, folks. That jam makes it a 23-point lead for Anna. And seconds later, it's Anna on the run again. Broden Steiner gliding for the put down. Luther then trying to put together some stops and a score. A few unanswered buckets as well to get back in it. Will Hulskamp with the impressive finish, but it would not be enough. In the battle for the city, the Hilltoppers emerged victorious 69-46. Sparta and GET facing off last night. Sammy Weaver taking on her alma mater. Great defense would lead to good looks for Weaver's Spartans last night. Ball finds Tiana Lace, who puts it in. Huge lead for the visitors early in this one, but Jocelyn Lunsford would bank in a triple right here to stop that furious stretch by Sparta, but the away side would not let up. Lily Seifert is given too much space, and she drills the 3 from the wing. And then Alexa Jones gets the steal. And she has got plans for a coast-to-coast trip, and that left-handed layup is good. All smiles for the Spartans as they take down non-conference matchup 67-44. Tonight marks the first game of 2025 for the Wisconsin men's basketball team as they'll host the Iowa Hawkeyes at 6 from Madison. The 2 teams enter with identical records at 10-3 overall, but the Hawkeyes are 1-1 in conference play, while the Badgers are still searching for their first Big Ten victory. The Christmas break pause marks 11 days between games for Wisconsin. Greg Gard has tried to simulate game day situations for his team to prepare for this first game out of the new year, but he also says the team is looking forward to going up against someone other than teammates.
They're excited to be back. They know where we're at, how good we can be, and now it's why you do this. You want to get to games. Practice is great, and I really try to make practice really super fun and put a lot of frosting on it and everything, but they know. They want games. They want to play, and that's what we got, fortunately, jumping back into it tomorrow night.
And the Badgers will need to bring their running shoes in this one, as Iowa is currently the 2nd highest scoring team in Division I at 89.6 points per game. Should be a good one for sure in that one. Badgers defense will have to be on their P's and Q's. We'll have those highlights for you right here on News 8. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like $3 off select Blaine's brand cat food. Get a free $15 gift card with $75 spent on Purina Pro Plan. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one? You don't.
I've been looking for someone to hang in my garage.
What about this or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's Cabin Store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools. Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
PB&J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Welcome back. In your health news this morning, two major healthcare systems are now one. Sanford Health and Marshfield Clinic Health have merged into a single nonprofit. While Marshfield Clinic will keep its name, it is now part of Sanford Health, the nation's largest rural healthcare system. Patients will keep their same doctors and locations. Illnesses on cruise ships hitting a 12-year high. New data from the CDC shows there were outbreaks on 16 different cruise ships in 2024, with the majority being norovirus cases, not what you want to get on a cruise. More than 2,000 passengers and crew were impacted. The CDC says norovirus cases have been on the rise in the U.S., but they tend to be more commonly spread in crowded environments like cruise ships. You may be vowing to be a better version of yourself this new year, and if you plan on making a resolution but haven't landed on a perfect one yet, well, you still got time. How about choose one that can also help your brain? Mandy Gaither explains how a new hobby in the new year can help your health.
Its popularity continues climbing. While crafting isn't new, research into the health benefits of this hobby is.
There's now some new research showing that simply working on arts and crafts could be good for your mental well-being.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says this movement, which includes crafts like knitting, painting and drawing, and pottery, can actually bring you peace.
Crafting can lower the stress hormone cortisol. Recent study found a positive relationship between crafting and people's self-reported happiness, satisfaction, overall sense of well-being.
The National Endowment for the Arts says arts education can help youth better cope with feelings, bounce back from adversity, and develop tolerance and compassion for others. For older adults, the agency says participating in art has been linked to positive health outcomes. So if you're looking to start a new hobby in the new year, experts say to tune in to your creative side.
First of all, think back to what interested you as a kid and lean into that. Try new things with a positive, open mind, and do be patient with yourself. You don't have to be great at this or even good at this to get the benefits.
Gupta says a new creative hobby can also help with another critical part of health, social connection.
It's even better if you can do this as part of a group or a community of crafters in real life or even online.
Experts say there are other crafts that can help promote mental well-being as well. That includes crocheting, designing photo books, and adult coloring books. Yes, coloring is very therapeutic. And it is time to lace up those skates in Eau Claire. 3 city skating rinks open today: Roosevelt, Boyd, and Putnam Heights. The warming shelters will be open from 4 to 7 on weekdays, noon to 7 on weekends. Pinehurst rink still closed for now. Remember, if you see standing water on the ice, stay off of the rinks. And get ready for an exciting weekend of events. The Steve Meissner Band keeps the music alive Sunday at the Concordia Ballroom, honoring their late leader's legacy. Award-winning lacrosse musician Don D. Harvey bringing his unique sound to Winona, performing original songs and fresh takes. And at the 410 Bar, DJ No Complaints headlines a 5-artist showcase, with each performer taking the stage for an hour-long set. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our Friday morning commute. How's it looking out there, Art?
All right, taking you back to that moisture that we picked up over yesterday and then today now still holding on. I think I just showed you this. This continues to draw in all of this colder air here. High pressure sets up to the north and you're seeing this continue on. We're also seeing low pressure well out to the east as well. As this continues to bring all of this moisture into the area, a lot of it continues just to dive down farther south and really doesn't kind of hit our area. In fact, you see some of the residual moisture from yesterday continue to track up along the areas up to the north there. You can see that, and then some of that continues to track down towards the south of us here. You go into Saturday, this tries to sneak out a little bit more so going into Iowa and Minnesota, but it doesn't really make it across. Highs today from 11 to about 20 degrees today, across about 18. You get to 15 for areas right by Eau Claire. Then you get into CityCam. It's quiet out there right now, but it is cold and the winds are blowing out there, so please be careful. For those that are heading out to Menominee or from Menominee, you're looking at 12 degrees out there with -2. Humidity is about 82% and the dew point is dry. Visibility is at 10 miles. You're doing okay. Over near Toma, going towards Shelby, you're looking pretty good as well. Temperatures at 12 degrees right now. -3 it feels on the skin. Winds are 13 miles per hour, but we have gusts that are a little bit higher out there as well to near 20+ miles per hour. We'll finish out as we get into La Crosse. You're looking at sunshine today, and Eau Claire will do similar conditions with temperatures in the teens. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, how about Cameron? He's turning 8 years old today. He loves playing soccer and video games and wrestling.
Rachel's also turning 8. She loves crafting, making music, learning new dance routines, and playing outside.
All right, if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 18, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com. Look for the Submit Pictures button. Coming up, meet the man behind Abe's Raves, the culinary explorer putting La Crosse's food scene on the map. Learn where you should be eating this weekend on Foodie Friday.
Winter is here, and with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. And we'll deliver and haul away for free. Shop store-wide savings as we continue to clear out inventory and make room for new styles for 2025. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including king crab legs, lobster tail, shrimp, cod, calamari, alligator, salmon fillets, smelt, and frog legs. Choose from our large selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to complete your restaurant-style dinner prepared at home. Your dinner isn't complete without something from the Jolivet Homemade Bakery. Don't forget a bottle of Door County wine to complete your stay-at-home night out at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Hey, Dominic here with a quick marinade using our Steak and Game Pleasing. Mix 1/3 cup of oil with 1 tablespoon of Steak and Game Pleasing. Brush on your beef or venison and let it sit for 10 minutes. Cook until done. For a delicious dip, mix 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of diced green onions, and a tablespoon of Steak and Game Pleasing. Get Steak and Game Pleasing and over 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. It's a game changer.
When you're dealing with your own insurance company, you may think that they're on your side, but the truth is, they're not. They're only concerned about their bottom line. That's why you need to hire Bygoff and Rohde. We get results.
All right, as we start your morning here, we're going off with cold conditions here. You need a slight wind chill out there as well. Jet stream out of the northwest continues to drop down on top of us, bringing colder air that could stick around all the way into next week. We'll hold on to the gust tracker here as we go into the 1 o'clock hour. You're still seeing very gusty winds that'll go through your afternoon and into your evening hours. Your evening commute, you're looking at least up to 24 to 25 mile per hour winds gusting through the area, possibly getting down to 23 or so as you go into the 11 o'clock hour. Once you get past the midnight hour and down to about 5 a.m. in the morning for Saturday, you're seeing some wind gusts up to 22 miles per hour, possibly 14 in Ladysmith, down by La Crosse about 17 miles per hour. Then by the time you get into the 7 a.m. hour, you're still holding on to some gusts. They continue to weaken as we go right into the 12 o'clock hour as well. High pressure down to the south. We're also seeing high pressure up to the north as well, with the cold air continues to drop down on top of us. You see all that blue right there. Then we start to get into Monday. We warm it up a tad bit before we get a little bit cooler again for Tuesday going into Wednesday. And then by the time we go back into Saturday or Friday of next week, we're looking at least the possibility of more snow chances in the forecast, and that's about at least a 20% chance there. We'll go right back into the wind chill as we see today going into the weekend as well. These numbers still continue to be pretty cold. Look at all that cold air up to the northern tier. Yeah, I know it's winter, but still, man, that's something else. We'll also see that continue on as we go into next week as well, but let's take a quick peek here as we finish out these local temperatures going into this. This is that colder air that we're experiencing for today going into Saturday and Sunday. Then we'll see more of that cold air drop down on top of us with a potential for about a 10 to 20% chance of snow into your forecast. All right, that being said, we take a quick peek here of what we're looking at. There's the snow coming in for Saturday. Then we get into Sunday, kind of rises up a little bit more, but then it kind of weakens a bit, tracks a little bit to the east. And then by the time we get into Sunday going into Monday, you're going to see this try to get a little bit closer to us and kind of brushes. Yesterday it brushed all the way across the southern tier. Now today it's moving over Chicago and into Lake Michigan, and off it goes. That being said, we're not expecting a lot, some of that up to the northern tier. I showed you that already, and it's just a light dusting at all, or if anything at all. Then we carry over into Saturday going into Sunday and Monday, and that looks even weaker for now. We'll go right into the tracker as we finish out the morning hours going into the afternoon. You're seeing that snow, as I mentioned there before, and I just showed you. That continues to linger all the way to the evening hours and beyond, going into Friday into the overnight hours. Saturday, looking at single-digit numbers going into the northern tier, and double digits going into the southern portion here by the time we get into Saturday. Highs for today, 11 to about 20 degrees out there under partly cloudy skies, with some extra clearing to finish your day. And as we finish out your next 8 days, away we go with teens going into 20s by the time you go into Monday. Back to the teens again for your local highs, and the single-digit numbers in some cases for your lows all the way down to 2 degrees. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend.
If your social media feed has been making you hungry lately, chances are you've stumbled upon Abe's Raves. This local foodie phenomenon has been putting La Crosse's culinary scene on the map, one mouthwatering post at a time. And on this Foodie Friday, we're thrilled to have the man behind the menu himself. Joining us now is Abe, the tastemaker behind Abe's Raves. Good morning, Abe.
Good morning. Nice
So for people who haven't seen your posts, what are they all about?
So my main mission for my posts is just food. It's like a perfect unifier. There's nothing better than talking about food,
right.
Eating food. Like, I feel like everyone's best memories are made around like the hearth of the home or at a specific restaurant. So being able to highlight the magical spots that we got here is a huge fun thing for me to do.
Yes, and very much loved and appreciated by your viewers.
Was there anything else that inspired you to take it to social media?
I think social media around that time I started in 2021 was just kind of a little too polar, a little too negative, and I needed a positive outlet, and that was like a perfect thing. I love food. I can talk about food, and it's one of those, like I said, it's a good unifier. I can talk to anybody about food. Even before this, we're already talking about what's going on. So
exactly.
It's a very fun thing.
Yeah, of course. And so what's your process, deciding what to feature? Is it just what you want to try, or do you take suggestions? How does that work?
I do take suggestions sometimes, not all the time. With those suggestions, I discovered the Novery
Okay,
in
yes.
Winona. Holy cow, they
It
got
looks
some
amazing,
flavors.
yeah.
And Newey's Vogue. On Tuesdays, I've always wanted like an Italian beef sandwich, and someone's like, you gotta try this one. I'm like, oh, okay. And they make their own everything in-house, and it's very good. But yeah, so I'll listen to suggestions, but I also am like, what am I hungry for? Like,
Right.
what do I need? Or have I heard about that one place? I should probably check that out. Maybe it's amazing, maybe it's not. You know,
Right.
It's a fun game to play.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. I also like put on little mini missions of like find your best gyro, find like the best Reuben, best fries, you know, like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's a very fun.
And people are always looking for that, right? They want the best this, best that.
Yeah.
So yeah, good
Yeah.
resource for sure.
All right, so we know you're a foodie. So
Yeah.
are you also a cook?
Yes, actually. Like I said, it's being around the hearth of the home or being at the dinner table is something I love to do with not only like family but friends, and most of my positive memories are just like telling funny stories around the table, right?
Yeah.
So I cook a lot. I've been part of a show called Cooking with Bo. And they invited me on as the guest host because they cover a lot of Hmong dishes that I'm not familiar with.
Right.
So I got to be the learner in the situation. It was very fulfilling and fun, and it's just kind of a fun, light thing to watch and educational at the same time.
Yeah, all right. So this question is probably very hard, but if you had to pick one La Crosse restaurant to eat at for the rest of your life,
Oh, boy.
which would it be?
I might like make enemies here. I don't know. But so I think if I was trying to live a normal, average, healthy life,
Yeah.
it would be the Damn Tasty.
Okay.
They have like a lot of local ingredients that they use. They're typically healthier. They serve it with a side of dressed greens, which is really good. They have like the balance with every single dish. Like the kimchi toast is amazing. The Turkish eggs are amazing. Even like their sandwich is very good. So I would probably do that because then it would force me to not eat from like 2 p.m. to the next day.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't gain weight as much. I don't
Right.
know. It doesn't
Keeping
matter.
your health and longevity in mind.
That's
Okay,
exactly
I like
it.
that.
Yeah, but if there was no rules on the table, or if I wanted to, you know, I would do a love child for supper.
Okay.
Ooh.
I do see you posting about that frequently, and
It's-
it is like on my list of next places to try.
It's my love. Oh my gosh, it is. It's just a gem. Like when you go in there, you feel cozy. They have like huge felt velvet like curtains
Yeah.
over the windows, and just it's a romantic atmosphere. It's a little pricier, but like it is so worth it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like it.
All right, so I'm new to town, so I'm going to
Yeah.
really need to understand what the food scene's all about. So where do we go to check this out?
Sure. As far as, are you talking about spaces?
No, I'm
or-
talking about your age range.
Oh, sure,
How
sure,
to
sure,
find
sure.
you.
Yeah. So you can look me up on Facebook. Just search Abe's Raves, and it should come up there. I believe I did a couple of writings for La Crosse Local. You can search there. They got a cool like events calendar and stuff too, that kind of keeps you up to date and stuff that's going around. in La
Okay,
Crosse.
great. And yeah, we had that information up there. And then quickly before you go, is there a hidden gem?
Ooh, this is not going to be quick. I'm sorry. There's a lot of hidden gems. I really like Hmong food, Thai food, whatever. And some of the hidden gems are hidden within like grocery stores.
Oh.
So there's Yang's Deli, that is this tiny grocery store that has like produce you can't get anywhere else. And then there's this little side that like they serve pork belly or Hmong sausage. Same thing with the Hmong grocery store in Holman. That is also amazing. And I think other hidden gems are like weekly schedule stuff.
Right.
So like the banh mi from Shuby's.
Oh,
Holy
right,
moly,
right.
so good. Tuesdays, you got the Italian beef from Newey's, which I already brought up. What else? Thursdays is another sandwich from Pizzeria Della Rosa, and they do that up too. It's really like kind of an exciting thing to talk about, right? Like there's just so much out there,
Yeah.
and I could go on forever, but like I have really enjoyed La Crosse kind of blooming into this fun and delicious place to be.
Yeah, there are so many places to
Right
check
on.
out. Yeah, hopefully you're taking notes, Art.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us and for coming on our show to tell us about it.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Stay with us. We're back after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, New Orleans Bourbon Street tries to recover after the New Year's Day truck attack while they mourn the victims. Tony spoke with some of the families. Also, funeral services begin tomorrow for former President Jimmy Carter. We will be joined by his grandson, Jason Carter, who will deliver a eulogy at the state funeral. And Emmy Award-winning actor Kit Connor will be here to talk about making his Broadway debut as Romeo in the new production of Romeo and Juliet, of course. We will have everything you need to know, and of course, more on the show. We will see you at 7.
Time is running out on Southern Minnesota's biggest and best furniture sale, the huge New Year sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's everything you've asked for, like 24-month special financing, store-wide sale prices, and free gas just for shopping. At Drury's, you'll save on the area's finest selection of quality brands like Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Daniels Amish, all at incredible savings. The New Year sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. But you'll have to hurry. It all ends Monday at 8.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories because we, like you, expect more.
Happy New Year from News 8 Now.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. The search for a murder suspect intensifies as police identify 3 victims in the new Lisbon triple homicide. 33-year-old Elizabeth Kolba and 2 young girls were found dead Monday in a Westbridge Street home. Police are searching for 47-year-old Virgil Thu. You see him here. If you see him, they say don't approach him. Call 911. The FBI now says the man who plowed into New Year's Eve revelers acted alone in the deadly attack. According to the FBI, new evidence, including video posted to social media, shows Army veteran Shamsud Din Jabbar. He was, quote, 100% inspired by ISIS, they say. FBI officials say investigators have found no definitive link between the deadly truck attack and the explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck outside of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. A Winneshiek County Sheriff's Office employee facing criminal charges, Mackenzie Kreiner, is accused of using the department's tax-exempt account to make personal purchases. Investigators say he admitted to the theft. He's now charged with theft and tax evasion. A rash of break-ins on La Crosse's south side has some residents on edge and taking to social media. Over the holidays, residents shared that their homes, cars, and businesses were broken into. People say their belongings were stolen, even Christmas gifts.
They said that there were also a string of break-ins that some other police officers were attending to that day, and there was one actually just kind of down the block. And although my car was unlocked and I had things in there, that's not an invitation to take it and to break in.
She says she hasn't received any updates from police. She is hoping to hear back soon. We are also waiting to hear back from police. A new Congress convenes today. House Republicans weighing whether to re-elect Mike Johnson as House Speaker. President-elect Donald Trump has endorsed Johnson for the position, but some Republican lawmakers have publicly said they are still undecided or uncommitted to supporting Johnson, who will need almost every GOP vote to clinch. The Salvation Army of La Crosse County celebrating after raising more than $300,000 this holiday season. Officials say this year's Red Kettle campaign saw a 45% increase in donations, thanks to more than 750 volunteers who rang bells for more than 3,000 hours. The money helps the Salvation Army provide shelter to 64 people each night and serve more than 100 meals every day.
Hard work is how we help people from scarcity to resource. So if you provide opportunity for folks to breathe into the program, and you provide opportunities for folks to come out and have a good time as well, it's no surprise then that the community also responds and says, I'm going to be a part of this.
The number of volunteers was also higher this year than last. And it is time to lace up those skates in Eau Claire. 3 city skating rinks open today: Roosevelt, Boyd, and Putnam Heights. The warming shelters will be open from 4 to 7 on weekdays, noon to 7 on weekends. Pinehurst Rink remains closed for now. And remember, if you see standing water on the ice, stay off of the rinks. Some weekend events to let you know about. The Steve Meissner Band keeping the music alive this Sunday at the Concordia Ballroom from 1 to 4. Award-winning La Crosse musician Don D. Harvey bringing his unique sound to Winona. This is tomorrow from 7 to 10 at High and Low Tap in Winona. And the 410 Bar, DJ No Complaints, headlining a 5-artist showcase. This taking place tomorrow at 9 p.m.
All right, and as we go into it today, we're looking at temperatures ranging from 11 degrees down to about 20 degrees, 18 for La Crosse, 15 for Eau Claire, and Winona, 16 degrees for you out there as well. How about this, though? This is there's a slight chance of a little bit of snow movement in the area. You can see it kind of tracking there. It's about a 20% chance. Working to the forecast, kind of slowly but surely passes us by down to the south, unfortunately. Highs for the day, though, 18 with more teens to finish out your weekend. About 21 degrees or so for Monday with partly cloudy skies. We'll continue those partly cloudy skies to finish out the remainder of your midweek. And then eventually we've got a chance of snow coming back again for Thursday going into Friday. How about for rainy weekends?
All right, bring the snow on, I say. Speaking of snow, what is this? If you're tired of shoveling snow in the winter, oh, it's pretty cute. A man in Erie, Pennsylvania may have the solution for you. A remote-controlled snow plow, complete with a small shovel attachment. He got it as a gift from his family, and on top of being a lot of fun, he says it has been useful for shoveling his driveway. It goes pretty fast.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's just rolling.
It's very cute. I love it.
It's a snow Roomba.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know how much it can handle, though.
I
It's
know,
pretty
right?
small.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Friday.